Hello and welcome to episode 5 of my Grim Dawn tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on restoring a shrine and taking a look at the devotion constellation skill tree. So you'll see in the minimap there's this pathway here, so if I head up there, we're heading towards the shrine. And there you can get a maximum of 50 devotion points. That's the cap as it currently stands. In the future that may change, but as of April 2017, 50 points is your maximum for your wisdom points. Each time you cleanse a shrine you will get a wisdom point, but you can also get wisdom points through doing the crucible, which I am going to show pretty soon. Don't know when, but eventually. So we got to kill off these ether crystals. Grab the scraps and then click on this ruined shrine. Okay, with this ruined shrine it requires, up here it says shrines can be cleansed by either making an offering to the gods or defeating foes trapped within the shrine. So that's what I told you previously. For this shrine we need to give it an ether crystal, so there straight away you can see one of the uses for these crystals. So we offer that. And there you go, shrine cleansed. We've got 1 devotion point. Devotion points earned from cleansing shrines can be spent in the devotion window, accessed via the skills window with the S key. So let's grab this stuff. Okay, so now that we've cleansed that shrine, we've got 1 point to play with. So if I press the S key, that brings up the skill window, but where we're going to is the devotion button. This is the constellation of that you can spend your devotion points in. The devotion window allows you to spend devotion points gained by cleansing shrines. And so basically what this is, okay, is a massive way to further customize your character. I mean, look at all of these choices. And if you're wondering, are they any good? Oh yes, some of them are just absolutely fantastic. Do you want to know what my 2 favourites are? Is the bat, because if you manage to get all of these... Okay, let's try and do this simply. Before you can choose any of these, as you can see we've got 1 point available. There's a maximum of 50 that you can spend, so you're hard capped. But we can spend points as we accumulate them down here. So we got 1 point. Now if we want to get this skill tree for the bat, you have to start at this end. Okay, the opposite end, you see this one that's glowing purple, that tells you that once you've got this one, this one, this one, this one and this one, it unlocks all of the benefits. So I will get 2 projectiles, 100% chance to pass through enemies, 10% main hand damage, 49 piercing damage, 36 to 59 vitality damage, but here's the one, 25% of attack damage is converted to health. How cool is that? Now though, you'll notice that it says affinity requirement, which requires an eldritch. If you hover over them, they show you the different skills that they're associated with, the different affinities. So this affinity for the bat is for the eldritch. So my 1 point, my first 1 point, I can't spend it in the bat, because if we go to the very first one it says I need that affinity. So if I'm going to choose the bat, and I will because I like the bat, there are tons in here. In order to unlock this I need to first go to one of the points of this star which has the relevant one that I need. So that's for for the chaos. This one is for primordial. This one is for the order. This one is for ascendant, and this is the one I need for the Eldritch. So if I left click this one, it will spend my point, but then allow me for further points to spend them in the bat, which is for that. Now once I click this last one, once I spend the 5 points in here and unlock this, it will give me then 3 Eldritch points and 2 Chaos points, because in here these are tiered. So the bat is a tier 1 skill tree, okay, because there's 5 parts to it. For each one you'll get a different benefit. The first one gives me 15% vitality and bleeding damage. The next one then will give me 15% chance of life leech over 2 seconds, and these all stack. For each of these that you unlock, you're going to be getting all of these skills with your character, and then when you do the last one you unlock a further bonus. But also notice it has experience, which I'm going to get to. So in order to start unlocking this though, I need to spend my first point in here. Watch what happens when I left click. You see, it's now unlocked all of the associated skills with that Eldritch, and so now I can either choose, I could go the way of the Scorpion, which gives me poison. So it could be for this character, my occultist, who does poison damage and acid damage, I could focus on acid and poison damage per skill trees within here. So like the Scorpion, and what about the Rat? The Rat does poison as well, so I could spend all my points on doing Scorpion, the Rat, but the Rat, you'll notice, requires Chaos, so that would mean unlocking another on the Crossroads, so the Chaos one bonus, the Chaos constellation. So if we have a look at another one, Eye of the Guardian, you can see with this the different perks that you're going to get, and there's tons. What I will tell you is I'm going to start with the bat, and then I'm going to go to the Ghoul. Where's the Ghoul? Oh, he's here, right next to it. Check out this. I mean, look at this. The Ghoul is going to give me more of my life leech and health regeneration. It could be that I went with mana leech, but you know what? I'm going to get items to give me mana regeneration, and I want the constellation skills to give me life leeching. And so we can see how it works out. It might be this is a poor choice. I'm not trying to tell you how to play your game. I'm only showing you the different possibilities that you have. So in this example I'll be showing you these two, but there are a whole host of other ones that you can choose from. Be my guest to go through them. I'll try and show as many as I can. For as long as the viewings keep up for this series, I will keep going and going, and perhaps with different characters I will show you every single one in here. But if no one wants to watch this, then I'll just simply move on. But for now, so that's what I'm going to associate with. Notice that this says experience. When you combine this to your main left hand skill, it then will accumulate experience and level up. So this is only at its first level, but boy does it get stronger and stronger, as you're going to see, which I hope to show you. So anyway, that's the devotion. So let's come out of there. Now let's get to handing in the quest. So if I press the L key, bring up my port, I'm going to go back to town and hand in the quest that I got, and also speak to Faldis. So let's go back to Devil's Crossing and let's talk to Captain John Bourbon.
The dead attacks have slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign that you've dealt with the source?
I have killed the
Reanimator.
Reanimator.
Doing this? Disturbing. Thanks to your efforts, we may yet hold out here a little longer. I've sent word to the gate guard. Speak to him and he should let you in. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. Welcome to Devil's Crossing. We need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime,
Reputation.
there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needed help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, Speak with me in my office inside the prison.
So as you can see here, the way it works is, right, I just did that quest for this guy, and up here I've got 350 experience, I've got some money, and I've also got 500 Devil's Crossing reputation. So if I close that, and if I now go down to the reputation window, you'll see I've gained that 500 reputation, and you'll see here that I'm slowly sneaking my way to the first one. I've got a long way to go still to get to the first one, but you can see straight away the effects of doing quests for people. Notice my ethereal's hostility increased, so it's going, you know, they're getting more and more angrier with me. So what happens when that occurs? What happens when I unlock the first level of aggression with them? Well, let's go over it. The first one is I become despised. It unlocks extra spawns. So when I'm fighting ethereals in future, when this unlocks, there'll be even more of them for me to kill. More items for me to grab, and more experience for me to gain. Well, what about when I go further? So what about when I start to kill lots and lots of them, and we go up here and I reach hated? Now it unlocks additional hero spawns. So you remember that mob that had the star above his head? We'll be getting more and more of them. But what happens if I antagonize them even more? So let's go and have a look. So if we go along to here, then I become a nemesis of them, and I get nemesis spawns. What are nemesis spawns? Well, keep watching, because that's another episode, my dear viewers, and hopefully it'll be a good one. But I should imagine it's going to take me quite some time to get there, so don't be in a rush. Over here, for this, you'll see we'll slowly increase this as well and get to the same with them. So okay, yeah, that's that bit about factions. Now you can see he's got another question mark above his head, so we can talk to him again.
Plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needed help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison.
So you see here, I need to click this, I will speak to them. And there we go, we got a quest update. And we can also talk to this one. Harmond, I hear you've been cleaning up out there in the lower crossing. If you're going to keep fighting those, you'll need better equipment than that. Here's something you'll likely never see again in the world, stranger. Something for nothing. Take some iron coin off my hands. I don't need it anymore. You see, they killed my Annabelle back when the village was first overrun. Ain't nothing gonna bring her back, and if it tries, I'll put a bullet through its skull. I got nothing left but revenge, so I pay good iron to those willing to put down those abominations. Take Pharos, Julius, and Negan, for instance. Used to all be good men, defenders of the Emperor. Now nothing more than shambling fiends stalking in the swamplands of Whitemire. Slaughter them. So he's asking me now, this is another quest, to go and kill these 3 fiends. Put them in the dirt like they ought to be, and I'll give you some more iron from my stash. I'll put them down. Okay, so we got another quest. So now we've got helping out Barnabas, so we got to go talk to him and Kasparov. Speak to Faldis inside Devil's Crossing, and something for nothing to slay them free. Okay, let's go talk to Kasparov, which is just in here.
Welcome to my workshop. I saw you finding the dead out at Lower Crossing, and I dare say you are absolutely brilliant. Evidently, cutting you off that noose was the best decision the captain made that day. Where are my manners? I'm Kasparov, scientist and inventor. What brings you to my humble shop? Rift gates, yes. The Ethereals use them to get around. I was working on a way to close them, but then you stumbled through ours. We have never seen a human, possessed or otherwise, pass through one before. Not a living one, anyway. It was then that I realized that we could put these portals to use. There's something about you that is attuned to the rift gates, and I intend to replicate it. You don't remember anything, do I may have taken some liberties while you were out cold. It was just a few tests of blood
Oh,
samples.
there's the timer.
Nothing major. The results were curious. It appears that your body is still teeming with residual aether energies. Don't worry, you won't be growing any new limbs, probably. But I'm going on tangents here. I believe that with a correctly tuned pulse of aether energy, we can replicate this phenomenon in a controlled manner, as in without the need for pesky possession. I've been working on just the device to do it, but it needs power. For that, I require aether crystal fragments.
And that's what I've been telling you, to keep hold of them ether crystals.
You'll be looking for large formations of crystals with an unnatural green glow. They are strewn about the landscape now, anywhere the ethereals have left their mark. Shouldn't be too hard to find, especially around places with large concentrations of corpses. I checked the graveyard. Be careful, though. Those crystals are a bit unstable around the living.
Okay, so that quest here, Kasparov's experiment, I've got the 4 crystals, so let's click on him again.
Did you bring back the aether crystal fragments I require? Excellent. These will do perfectly. I'll just place them into the device here. Oh my, that's not right. Not at all. That pulse, it wasn't supposed to go off. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3. Yes, my fingers are still intact. Did it reach you too? How do you feel? Ah, very good. I'm sure a little more aether in your system won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, maybe it was a lot more. But you look fine. Fitter than ever. Real shame about the prototype, though. Showed such promise. Perhaps if I had more fragments.
So you can see from this quest we got not only experience, we got a skill point. Very cool.
We've been so preoccupied with this Riftgate business that I completely forgot about my apprentice. Darn it! I sent her out to the Burwich Estates to fetch parts for our research, and she's been gone entirely too long. Seems her ineptitude carries beyond just the workstation. I have to say, I do feel a little responsible for her now that she is my apprentice. Could you please go out there and find that hopeless girl?
Okay, so we got another quest. Lost Survivors. Unknown. Where is it? Help Kasparov with his research, the Inventor's... Here it is, the Inventor's Apprentice. Find Kasparov's apprentice in the cellars beneath the Burwich Estates. So there we go, we got another quest. And we'll get to doing that. But for now, let's keep walking around here, because we're down here. You can see the little star on the mini-map is Barnabas. So we'll talk to him next.
The captain send you over? He must have done quite a service with the dead if he's got hands to spare for old Barnabas. Let's get to business, yeah? Our wind pump's broken down again and we're running low on water. We're all out of parts, so I can't fix her up. Can always melt down what weapons we have, but I'm not too fond of being fired in my sleep. I'll need scrap from Lower Crossing. Search the ruined houses and the old dumping grounds on the far side of Lower Crossing, past the burial hill. Smash some junk. Search the bodies of those things roaming around out there. Where you get it isn't that important to me, just that you get it soon. We're running out of drinking water. Nothing to be said about her taking a bath from you.
Okay, so this quest from Barnabas. Help Barnabas with the water pump, and we need to collect scrap for him. Now if we go into the inventory, scrap is an item you can use in crafting. So it has 2 uses. 1, we can use it for the quest, and 2, we can use it for crafting. The good news is you'll get a ton of scrap eventually, so don't worry about the fact that you've got to use some of it to do this quest. You will seriously get a load of it. So there we go, that's the scrap. So I need to get 3 more though before I can hand in that quest to him. Now let's come up here, talk to the gate guard. In fact, the timer did go a while ago, and I don't want to make the episode too long in case it does upset anybody. So I'll end the episode here. In the next episode, we'll go into What's that say? I just can't see. Burwich Prison. So that's what the next episode will be on. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.